Morning everyone, I hope all of you are fine. So today let us start with the topic separating the components of a mixture. Mixture consists of various types of components present in it. So how we can separate those components from the mixture, that we will learn today. Am I clear? So first of all, the question number 1, how can we obtain colored component, that is the dye, from blue or black ink? Blue or black ink is a mixture of dye and water. So how to get the dye? Simply by evaporation technique we can remove water and we can get the dye. Am I clear? So this is the simplest method of separation. Question number 2 is, how can we separate cream from milk? We can separate cream from milk by a method called centrifugation. We know that in milk there is cream present in it. So we can separate that by centrifugation method. So what is the principle behind centrifugation technique? The principle is that the denser particles are forced to the bottom and the lighter particles stay at the top when spun rapidly. That means what happens? The mixture is spun in such a high speed that the denser particle goes down and the lighter particle stays up. I think everyone have seen washing machine at home. So in the last step, how we dry the clothes, we spin the clothes in a very high speed, right? So what happens? Water goes down and we get the dry clothes. So applications, that means how we can use the centrifugation method, that you will learn from book. Next is, how can we separate mixture of two immiscible liquids? Immiscible means that which does not mix. Okay, suppose if you take water and oil, it never mixes up. Okay, so it makes two layers. We can see two distinct layers. So how we can separate that type of liquid? So we can separate two immiscible liquids by using separating funnel. Okay, please take out your book and take out activity number 2.6. Okay, so what happens? We know that immiscible liquids separate out into layers, so depending on their densities. In activity 2.6, you have seen that what is taken? It is taken kerosene and water. So which one is having higher density? Water. So when you will mix these two liquid and pour it in a separating funnel, you have to keep it undisturbed for some time. Why? To see two distinct layers. When you will keep it undisturbed for some time, you will see that two distinct layers will be produced. In the upper layer there will be kerosene oil because it is having low density than water, which will be in the lower level. Am I clear? Now we have to open the stopcock and we have to pour the lower level where the water is present very much carefully and slowly. Why? Because we will separate only the water into another beaker and we will keep kerosene oil in the separating funnel. Am I clear? After separating the water, we will again close the stopcock. In this way, we can separate two immiscible liquids having different densities. Okay, next question is, how can we separate a mixture of salt and ammonium chloride? That means you can take any kind of salt and ammonium chloride. Okay, ammonium chloride is a kind of salt which gets directly converted into gaseous state on heating. It will never get converted to liquid state. So by sublimation method, we can separate. So take out everyone figure number 2.7. So how we will do the experiment? We will take the mixture in a china dish and we will take one funnel and we will keep it in an inverted position. Now we will close the lower part of the inverted funnel with the help of cotton. Then we will heat it slowly. So when we will heat it, we know that ammonium chloride is a sublimable compound. So what will happen? It will get converted into gaseous state and it will go up. It will rise up. When it will rise up, because we have closed the funnel with a cotton, what will happen? It will remain inside the funnel only, and when we will cool it, this vapor will again get converted to solid state and we can see the solid ammonium chloride on the sides of the funnel after cooling. Am I clear? Next, in question number 1, you saw that by evaporation technique we get the dye from black or blue ink. Now dye is a mixture of different types of colors. Now how to get those different types of color from the dye? Are you getting my point? So this can be done with the help of an experiment called chromatography. Okay. The process of separation of components of a mixture is known as chromatography. Chroma is a Greek word which means color. Okay, chromatography is a technique used for separation of those solids that dissolve in the same solvent. Am I clear? Are you getting my point? So dye, which is a mixture of different types of colors, and these colors gets dissolved in the same solvent. So chromatography is used for separation of those solids that dissolve in the same solvent. So we can get the various types of color present in the dye with the help of a method called chromatography. Now to perform the experiment, we have to take one chromatographic paper or filter paper. Now we have to make a line like this above 3 cm of the paper, and we will take the mixture of the color, that is the dye, at the center of it, and we will dry it. Okay, now we will put this paper into a jar or a glass containing water. Now how you have to put it? You will put the paper in such a way that the water level should be just below the ink. Is it clear why it should be just below the ink? Because if we put the paper with the ink and if it get dissolved in water, then we will not get the mixtures of colors present in it, because this dye will get mixed with water. So we have to keep in such a way that the water slowly gets absorbed by the paper, and this will be absorbed by the dye, and slowly the colors will be seen in the papers. Okay, so which color you will see in the paper at first? The color which is more soluble will be seen or visible in the paper at first, and accordingly you will see various types of colors will be seen in the paper. Actually, why we see the colors? Because paper can absorb water, so obviously when it will reach at this position, so water will rise along with the colors present in the dye, and the color that is quickly soluble in water will rise first, and it will be seen in the paper, and afterwards another color, like that. So if this dye is a mixture of 2 colors, you will see 2 colors, and if it is a mixture of 3 colors, you will see 3 colors. So by this technique we can separate the various colors present in a dye on the basis of their solubilities.